This is Garnet Balwa, MELS 618. Just wanted to talk about my professional development today. I'm working on going from the teacher working condition survey. One of the areas that needed improvement where teachers felt like they didn't have sufficient technology in their classroom. So one of the things that we did to address this problem, we used some of our Title I money to equip a few of our classrooms with 21st century technology. And this professional development will show teachers how to use that technology that's now in their classroom. The first thing you can see that was bought was a Lenovo system. This system can do many different things, and I'll be going through some of those things. Another item that was bought was the LG 55-inch LCD TV. And this is a newer technology than the projectors that most classrooms are still equipped with. And I'll show you some of the things that can be done with this system. The first thing that I wanted to talk about was microphones. Microphones are built into the classroom, and this is called a lavalier. Excuse me. This is called a lavalier microphone, and it can be used by placing it around your neck. And there are 5 speakers in the ceiling. 4 of those speakers are placed around the classroom, and students can hear you, so you don't have to raise your voice and in case they have trouble hearing. So the first thing we're talking about is a lavalier microphone. Simply turn it in. When you're done, turn it off and place it back in the charging station, and it will be charged. We have 2 of those for every classroom, so you should never run out power for the microphone. Next, we're going to take a look at some technology, what we call Web 2.0 technology. This is a website called polleverywhere.com, and this is a good way to get your class engaged for the day. It's very simple, and you could start creating your first poll in only 30 seconds. All right, so I'm going to polleverywhere.com, clicking on create your first poll. It's just taking a second here. As it loads up, I have the ability to ask either multiple choice questions or open-ended questions. For my multiple choice questions, I can type in a question. Since I teach history, I could ask a history question. Since it is near the beginning of school, one of the things that I did during open house, I had the kids answer a question about what did you do this summer. So I can type in my question for the day, what did you do during the summer? All right, then I go to create the poll, and it allows me to change it to a multiple choice question. Okay, what did you do this summer? Maybe I read. Maybe I traveled. Or maybe I did nothing. Okay. It's very simple, very quick. You can give students a multiple choice test for it. It could be a warm-up for an EOC, it could be for anything like that. Okay, so if you take a look at the screen up here, I have what did you do during this summer? And students will be able to take out their cell phones. I know they're not really allowed to use cell phones in class, but with my principle I've found as long as I have it in my lesson plans, it's okay for students to text in a code. And I can put this on full screen, so when the kids come in, they'll see, what did you do during the summer? Students can text this code 22333. That's what they text it to. And then they choose the number. Maybe I read, maybe I traveled, maybe I did nothing. And I'll text that code as the message, and then we'll get real-time results as those come in. Okay? Since we don't have any cell phone service right now in this room, I'm not going to be able to show you that. But it comes up real-time, and you can judge to see what students have to say. This is a quick way. Could be a formative assessment. All right. So as you're going along, see what students know. All right. The next thing that I'd like to show you is called Prezi.com. This is another way to share information with students. It's almost like a PowerPoint. You know, PowerPoint, everybody's seen it, everybody's experienced that. It's kind of old hat now. So now Prezi is going on to kind of another level. It's a free program. As long as you have the internet, you're able to get online and you can share your Prezi with other people. It's free. There's a sign up. You can just click on sign up, and there's a public that gives you 100 megabytes of data that you can store for free. All right, there are also pay options, but since we're in education, we need to do what we can for free. All right, so once you sign up for Prezi, I'll show you an example of what a Prezi looks like. There are a couple up here that show you an example of what you can do. And it's basically a way to show, share information like a presentation, kind of like a PowerPoint. But like I said, it's a little bit nicer. If you pull it up, maybe it'll be something new and the kids will be engaged. Right. So this is a Prezi about different perspectives, okay? And so when I go through, I have my pictures just like on PowerPoint, but there's some different types of animation, okay? This is just an example about, like I said, point of view, that kind of stuff. So while you're giving your speech, you can scroll through just like a PowerPoint, and it keeps the kids' attentions a little bit better. If they need to take notes, they can do that. All those kinds of things. And also, by having the kids work on these, they're learning these new 21st century skills. They can use these for other classes once they've used them in yours. So it's another way to teach the content, but also to teach other skills. Okay, 21st century skills. All right. The last thing that I wanted to show you, in our 21st century classrooms, we were able to get CPS units, okay? And so I wanted to show you what you can do with a CPS unit. Let me just pull up the program here. Classroom Performance System, okay? And this is really cool. This is kind of like Poll Everywhere, but it's just for your classroom. And so what you're able to do is to basically do polls. You can do multiple choice tests that are student-paced. And I have a couple in here that I did for my U.S. history. I'll click on one, and I can go to Engage, go to student-paced, okay? And now, what it's doing, I've turned on the CPS unit. It's going to scan. I give every student a unit, and there's a number. So this would be number 1. So I could just make a class roster, number 1, 2, however many students I have, and it's going to give them instant feedback on how they did on their test afterwards. So this test has 40 questions. All right, turn on my CPS unit. It's already scanned it. It's there. And when I hit start, it's going to scan. All right, and now my unit says receiving. It's clearing out previous answers. And now it places me on question 1. So I would look at my sheet that I have printed off. I would record letter A, B, C, D, and then I could enter it in for number 1. Also, while I'm going through it, if I'm the teacher and the student's going through, if I know what number they are, I can judge. See, for number 1, I put in A. If I put on the color feedback, it tells me that I got number 1 wrong. Okay, so this is real-time information that you're getting about your students while you're going through the test. So if you're going through, if students are going through and you see everybody's missing number 1, you can make that a note. I need to go back and teach whatever objectives were in question 1. Okay? So the thing I'd like to say, after I'm done, I can hit end. All right? And all of my data will be put into a spreadsheet. I can put it into a spreadsheet. I can chart it. I can graph it. I can share this information with students. This way, I don't even have to go down and use Scantrons anymore. By the time a student leaves the classroom, they'll know exactly what their score was on the test. Okay? Very powerful for both you and for the student. Let's finish up here. And then I can generate reports. I can send that to my department chair. I can send that to other teachers who are teaching the same thing. We can compare and see what strategies did you use to teach this unit versus what strategies did I use, and maybe we should work together, okay, to benefit our kids. So these are just a few of the things from the 21st century classroom. We were lucky enough that we were able to buy those with our Title I funds, and I look forward to working with you all to implement these in your classroom this year.